You didn't get this fancy?
Yeah. Surprising.
Okay, so arc length is basically this portion. And it's a percentage of the circumference. Okay, please don't confuse arc length with major arc, okay? And this is the formula for it. X over 360 times 2 pi r. Did anybody memorize pi for free pi? Oh, it starts repeating afterwards. I forgot it. No? They are good. Okay, so whenever they tell you find the length, okay, this is so different from the measure. If they're asking you for the measure, then it's asking for degrees. But if it says the length, then we're just going to substitute into the equation, the arc length equation, which is at the front. So 120 degrees over 360 degrees. And all of that, I'm going to substitute into 2 pi, and my radius is 6. I type it in parentheses because that's the way I'm going to type everything on the calculator. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and press second y equals, well, open parentheses, second y equals 120 divided by 360. Close parentheses, and then 2 pi r. That's 12.56. I'm going to put 57. Okay, because the 6 is greater than 5, it's going to be rounded up. Okay? Now, the next one, it says the diameter is 24 centimeters, which means that my radius is going to be 24 divided by 2. So my radius is 12. Find the arc length of C to D. The central angle is 60 degrees, so let's go ahead and set it up. If you're watching the video, pause it, try to set it up, and then try it. What am I going to put on top? 60. Yeah, 60. It's always going to be 360 at the bottom. And then 2 pi, and what's my radius? 12. I'm going to go to the calculator. And now I'm going to go ahead and write. Actually, let me redo it. Open parentheses, second y equals 60. 360, 2 pi 12. And it's 12.57. It is the same thing because this one has a radius that's smaller than this one. It's not always going to be 12.57, guys. But this time it's centimeters. Okay, and we're doing the same thing for area, sector area, but then when you see it shaded, I'm going to use the different formula, okay? When you see it shaded, you're going to go over here. And now we're going to use this one with the area of a circle, which is pi r squared. Okay, so I'm going to go over here. And same thing. My central angle is 120 degrees. And this time, because I see the shaded part, it's sector area. It's a different formula. So it's pi r is 16 squared. And so when I type it in, I'm going to put open parentheses 120 over 360 And then I'm going to put pi 16, and this button gives me the squared. And do you see how the number is way bigger? 268.08 meters squared because it's area. Okay. And I'm not going to work out example 2 because I think that you can figure it out. The radius is 12 and the central angle is 120. Okay, go ahead and try and set it up. And I'll come around and check. I don't. Do you need to go to the restroom?
So the big idea is a grade?
Yes, but those are just a makeup grade if you didn't finish the other ones. But you don't need to do it unless you have zeros. It's going to replace your zeros. Okay, I'm going to walk around.
That wants to be years ago.
I don't know who's working with me, so I'm just going to not walk around. Check your answer, and you should have had 100 and beautiful. It should look like this.
100 and beautiful?
Yes. And it should be 150.79. So that's going to be 1/8. So the area should be inches squared. Now, example 3 and 4 on the right side, this is if your, I'm going to do this. Sorry. It should have been 150.8. Okay, now example 3 and 4 tell you what's going to happen when it's backwards, right? Because this formula, you've probably been using it since elementary school. Not even kidding. Maybe you forgot, but you did. Okay? Now, you need to also be able to go backwards, okay? So I have 80 degrees over 360, and then times, and it says, what is the diameter? So I'm going to put 2 pi r. Okay, and that is going to equal 276.46 pi. Okay, please pay attention that you actually have the pi here. Okay, so I'm going to just put 80 divided by 360. And that gives me 0.222. I'm going to set it up differently, guys, just so that you can be extra confused. $80 times 2 pi r over 360. And I'm going to put this over 1. And I'm going to cross multiply. Now, do you see the pi? I'm not going to actually type it in. I'm just going to put 276.46 times 360. So I have 80 times 2 pi r equals 99,525.6 pi. Now, you're going to be doing this over and over throughout the course of circles, is you're going to be solving for diameter. Do you see how you have pi on both sides?
You can cancel it.
When I divide by pi, it cancels the pi's out. And now I'm just going to do 80 times 2 gives me 160R equals 99,525.6. And then it's just basic math. I divide by 160. And so that's my diameter. I mean, that's my radius.
622.04.
But what was the question? All that work?
What is the diameter?
So I have to do times 2 to get the diameter. And so my diameter is 1244.07.
0.07 inches.
Yeah, inches. Sorry, guys. Okay, try number 4 on your own. Let me do the last one. The area of a circle is 225 pi. So it's telling me that pi r squared equals 225 pi. Find the area of a sector whose central angle has a measurement of 45 degrees. So I'm going to say 45 over 360. And instead of writing this whole equation out, I'm just going to put the answer, 225 pi. Now, when I type this in, I'm going to go ahead and put second alpha. There's a different way to, oh, guys, I wrote 336. When I type it in, I'm not going to actually write the pi in. Actually, yes, I am going to write it in. Okay, and I get 88.36. And that's inches squared. And then find the measurement of the central angle of a sector. Its area is, this is the area, and the circle radius is this much. So I have 15.7 pi equals x over 360, and then times pi 6 squared. Now if I rewrite this as 157 pi equals pi 6 squared over 360, and I cross multiply, I'm going to get pi 6 squared equals 360 times 115.7.
What else do we have?
X. I dropped it. Thank you, Matthew. 5,652. Yeah.
Do you still have some batteries?
Yeah, I'll give it to you right now. Now, do you see how I have pi right here? So I'm going to put pi right there. So what happens to pi when I have it on both sides?
We cancel it out.
We cancel. Okay, Okay, so I have 6 squared is 36x equals 5,652. And when I divide by 36, that'll give me 157.